Okay, hi. So in this lesson, in this video, we are going to be working with two formulas. So we're going to midpoint formula, right? The midpoint formula. If it's in a number line, we're just finding the average of those two numbers, those two coordinates. And if it's in the coordinate plane, we have an ordered pair. So it's going to be the average of the two x coordinate and the average of the y coordinate. My next formula is the distance formula, right? We saw already that the distance formula for 2 points on the number line is just the absolute value of the subtraction of the coordinate. But when we have the distance formula on the coordinate plane, it's a little bit different. It's the square root of the subtraction of the coordinate of x squared plus the subtraction of the difference of the y squared, right? So let's do this. Right? So I want to find the coordinate of the midpoint of the segment with the given points. Again, that's midpoint. Let's call it MP. In this case, it's just A plus B divided by 2. So in this case, it's 3 plus 5 divided by 2. So it's 8. That's 4. That's it. That's the midpoint between 3 and 5. Between negative 7 and 4 again. So this is negative 7 plus 4 over 2. So this is 3, negative 3 over 2. And that's it. We can write it if you want it as a decimal also. That's it. So find the coordinate of the midpoint. In this case, we have a midpoint in the coordinate plane. So my midpoint in this case is x1 over x2 plus y over 2. Right? It's an ordered pair. So let's call that midpoint. Let's call it midpoint M. So again, the coordinate of this one is 1, 1, 2, 2. So 6 plus 4 divided by 2, 7 plus 3 divided by 2. So I have 10 divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2. So my midpoint here, M, is 5, 5. Okay. Number 4, again, my midpoint is going to be 14 plus 7 divided by 2 and negative 2 plus negative 8 divided by 2. So this is 21 divided by 2, negative 10 divided by 2. So I have the point 21 divided by 2 and negative 5. And that's it. Pretty easy, right? So the next one, right? So in this case, I have the midpoint. They're giving me the midpoint, and they're giving me one of the coordinate points. So I want to find the other one, right? So again, my formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y sub 1 plus y sub 2. So I know that on this case, my r, let's say this is x1, y1. So I have 0 plus x2 divided by 2 is equal to 3. Again, my midpoint is 3, negative 5, right? So my coordinates of x, the addition and divided by 2, the average of those coordinates of x equals that 3, right? Exactly the same with the y. So 2 plus y sub 2 divided by 2 equals negative 5. And I'm just solving this equation. So if I multiply times 2, I have that x2 is 6. And I'm going to multiply by 2 here. So 2 plus y sub 2 equals negative 10 minus 2. So y sub 2 equals negative 12. So my x point, right, because they're telling me that you use x, is 6, negative 12. That's my solution right there. And the next one, again, is x1, y1. So negative 10 plus x2 divided by 2 equals 3 times 2 on both sides. So negative 10, x2 equals 6 plus 10. So x2 equals 16. Now, 5 plus y2 divided by 2 equals negative 5 again. So times 2. 5 plus y2 equals negative 10 minus 5 y sub 2 equals negative 15. So my x point on exercise 6 is 16, negative 15. Okay, so now I want to find the distance between those 2 points. Again, my distance formula, the distance equals the square root of the square of the difference of x plus the square of the difference of y. So name 1 and 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, it's very important that we're working with x, y, x, y. So I'm going to have the distance is negative 1 minus 6 squared plus negative 7 minus 7 squared, the square root of that. So the distance here is negative 7 squared plus 0 squared equals 49 plus 0. The square root of 49, this is 7. Perfect. Now, number 2, the distance equals the square root of 5 minus 5 squared plus negative 5 minus 3 squared. Right? So 0 squared plus negative 8 squared is 0 plus 64. Square root of 64 equals 8. In this case, this is a little bit of coincidence or something, but it's not always going to be a whole number, right? On this just 2 exercise, they are. Okay, before that, I want to show you here so you can see that. Let's find the other 2 points, right? So let's say that we have point 1, 3 and point negative 5, 2, for example, right? So again, distance equals the difference of the x values squared plus the difference of the y values squared, the absolute value of square root of that, sorry. So this becomes positive, so the square root of 6 squared plus 1 squared. So this is the square root of 36 plus 1. So this is the square root of 37. And it's asking me to express it in to the nearest tenth. So this is 6.1. Perfect. So it says to find the coordinate of the midpoint of x and y. So my first step, of course, is to identify that. So this is point negative 0.4, negative 4. And x is point negative 2, 6. Right? So my midpoint is negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2. And 6 plus negative 4 divided by 2. Let me rewrite this. Yeah. Okay, so this is 2 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2. So my midpoint is 1, 1. Number 10. So I have x is negative 12, 6, or negative 6, right? Because it's on the third quadrant. And y is 3, negative 3, right? As you can see, this go 3 by 3, right? This is negative 3. So my midpoint is negative 12 plus 3 divided by 2, and negative 6 plus negative 3 divided by 2. So it's negative 9 square, half, sorry, and negative 9 half. That's it.